that if those election results could simply be accepted and respected, it would be possible for this country to be governed on the basis of the actual outcome of the elections. Point number 3, and this is very important for the Mount Kenya people, the issue of resource allocations. The issue of resource allocation, and it touches our heart, that we are yet to see an elected leader from Mount Kenya speaking about this very serious issue. We have had the people dying on queues. We have had the situations where Mount Kenya counties people for bursary are getting 2,000, when other people are educating, and these are personal friends from northern Kenya. People are taking children to colleges in Kenya and even outside on government scholarship. This issue, Madam Chair, must be addressed in 2 perspectives. Perspectives number 1 is that on the issues of counties, and there are some proposals that have been made on how new counties are going to be created. We have, in these proposals, we have 1 county from Mount Kenya. This is Nyambene. If you go by that proposal, that there is only 1 county that is going to come from Mount Kenya, 2 things will happen. We share money in Kenya under the Constitution based on the number of counties that any community have. So we are running the danger that because of an apparent quietness of the elected leaders of Mount Kenya, you will have situations in which new counties will be created to 60 or whatever number it's going to be, and Mount Kenya will only have Nyambene. So we have made a proposal in our write-up to ensure that there are additional counties created from Mount Kenya. Perspective number 2 is on what we called the difficulty. If you have a situations where in Mount Kenya counties, no new counties are created, under the presidential elections rules, it will not be possible to viably get a presidential candidate from Mount Kenya, because of the simple rules that you must get 25% in half of the counties. And there will also be the additional issue that in the Senate, despite being the largest community, people like Somalis may end up having greater voice than Kenya's largest community before the Senate. So it's a serious issue that needs to be taken. The last 2 points are these. Madam Chair, I have a reputation.
You have 3 minutes.
I will try to do my best, but let me just make these 2 points.
Without questions.
Yes.
3 minutes, and we have not yet sought any
that's the issue.
questions.
You can avoid the questions.
we don't just... We also seek clarification.
Yes, Chair, but you have discretion. If it is very important, you will ask questions. The 2 other issues that we need to add to this particular issue is the big issue of Article 43. I mentioned that not because we don't have other important things, but because I have in recent past done several petitions arising from Article 43 of the Constitution. Article 43 is on social and economic rights. Under the constitutions of Kenya, the citizens have rights and obligations. One of the most important obligations of citizens is the obligations to pay taxes. But also, the counterpart or the other side of that right is that you have a right to be treated differently from an economic standpoint when you are citizens of Kenya. Arising currently from the point of view of the people of Mount Kenya, we have seen very serious incidences in which the whole of Kamukunji, the whole of River Road, and the whole of this trading center in central Kenya are dying. Why are they dying? Because the government of the day is increasingly making policies that these so-called hustlers who supported it are making it very difficult for them to live their lives in dignity, to support their businesses, and to be able to engage themselves. And therefore it will be important, and I offer in this regard to do even a supplementary memorandum, that certain laws that makes it possible for the Chinese and other foreigners to thrive in Kenya need to be amended so that we can be able to cure the problems that is boiling up in central Kenya, that sooner or later youth may be called Mungiki in order to that this problem does not come out. Final point is on what I called the